I've known this girl for
Let's talk about her looks.
over 30 years.
Yeah, let's talk about how her looks have
No.
transformed.
But this is I think like
Core.
fundamental to who she is. She has always needed somebody that would challenge her and that would make her better. She's made some bad decisions before, as we all have.
Like the stealing the bicycle.
Yeah. But like when you think about, you know, a partner or somebody that you want to share things with, but with you, I have never seen her happier or more herself.
Yeah.
Thank you, Amy.
Yeah.
It's beautiful to say.
I was saying the same.
It's true.
Like,
Like,
it's
she's
very true. Like even spending the time with you this weekend, it's the first time I've met you. It's like I could cry because it's like she seems happy, and it's like, you know, you guys are really good together.
We are.
Sorry.
No, you are, and she's completely herself.
Yeah.
And to see one of the people you love the most just authentically be them and be proud.
And have missed that person.
And you bring that
Yes.
out in her because
You do,
you're
accept her.
just such a good partnership. And yes, she's stunningly
Yes.
beautiful.
And
And
funny
talented.
and talented and
Yeah.
smart and
It's easy to be
She has it all,
Yeah.
but you
But she
also,
chose you, bro.
Yeah, she did. And
I
I
feel
can see
like
why.
I
Won the lottery.
encanted her. Oh, won the lottery? Are you kidding me? Won the lottery? I won the lottery of lotteries. It's like Powerball, Mega Millions, and Keno all had a lottery together and picked one, and I pulled the winning ticket. No idea. Luckiest man in the world.
Yes.
Everybody knows it.
Yeah.
On it, but I appreciate that. Listen, she wasn't even my first choice for this podcast.
I know, I heard that.
Sean was my first choice. Sean, he's too busy. He's too busy on the comedy circuit. Edwin was my second choice. The dude in Atlanta was my third choice.
She was four?
I wasn't even.
Bowden was my
One day,
fourth
I remember the
choice.
phone call.
Chelsea was my fourth choice. Chelsea's associate was my fourth choice. They all said no. I was like, babe, this thing's got to start.
You made it seem like I was your first choice, though. So this is all like
That's not true.
you
You're
called
such a
me and you're
liar.
like, I don't even know
You're
why
such
I
a
did it.
liar.
The mediocre dentist, the mediocre dentist. 'Cause sometimes you just feel mediocre. The mediocre dentist, the mediocre dentist. I am mediocre, you are mediocre, and that's not that bad.
We used to have a class called Career and Personal Planning. I thought it was grade 9, but it
yeah.
must have been grade 8.
Grade 8.
So it was just a class where you explored your interests and then you figured out how do I get to some of these goals or whatever. Career and personal planning. And Andrea's was to be a dentist in grade 8.
Really?
Was it?
Yeah, your
Because
poster
I
board.
remember like
How
orthodontist. I
It
think
was something, yeah, maybe
orthodontist
orthodontist, yeah.
was on the it was between that and medicine, and then I
But you
realized
made a
it was
poster. I was
Really?
like,
I
you're
didn't.
dentistry?
Wait, this is
I remember
huge.
dentist.
This
Wow.
is huge, Gabby.
I
You
don't
didn't
even
know
remember
this.
it.
Oh.
In 8th grade, she had this dream of being a dentist.
We had to do a
You do like a
poster
question,
board.
and you do a
Yeah.
questionnaire
Yeah.
though too. Like they
And
give
then
you a
it pointed
questionnaire to
you.
figure out what you should
I
do.
remember CAP. I don't remember it.
We
being
chose.
CAP
I know that we
specific.
chose because I chose to be a teacher and she chose to be a dentist.
Oh, wow.
And
that's
with a
what-
And that's what we
specialty of orthodontist tree. And then she winds
And
up.
now she's the queen of Invisalign.
Well, she married the goat.
She married the queen of Invisalign.
Yeah, no, she married. She definitely didn't marry the queen of Invisalign. She married what a lot of people say is
Hey,
the goat.
Christina.
He's
Oh,
the
I
greatest
know.
of all
I told
time.
my orthodontist, and he was like, "What are you doing with?"
I don't know if you
He was
heard, but
curious.
I'm kind of a big deal.
Oh, yeah.
Huge deal, actually. I have my own podcast.
Fucking hell.
First guess?
So that's fascinating. So from 8th grade, you were already on a trajectory to get
I
into
knew I
dentistry.
wanted that dentistry or
And,
medicine,
and,
whatever I
and
wanted.
of this rough tumble crew here, hitting up the mean streets of Surrey,
Oh, we hit it
she's
up.
the smart one.
Yes.
Everybody, that's a well known.
That was
She's
my
like,
That was
thing.
a-
I had book smarts. Amy, this
Yeah,
was like
street
our
smarts.
vibe. I
Okay.
had zero street
Yeah.
smarts.
Yeah.
Very
Yeah.
like
I called her the dumbest smart person I
yes,
knew.
Yeah.
the
which was
dumbest smart person.
no common sense.
No, yeah.
No
But that's why we were a good
We were
fit
good-
because
we
she
all
had
were
all the
good
book
fit.
smart,
Yeah.
and then I had common sense.
Oh, and I
Common
had a
sense.
mouth on
Street
me.
smart.
Oh yes,
and
yeah,
she
So
was-
did have a
she
mouth.
had the
Oh.
ability to help me get out of bad situations. With
All
Give
of
us, give
us.
us an
All
example of
of
a bad
us.
situation
So many.
that these white women find
Often
themselves
in
in.
sports. Most often in
Most
sports.
often
Sports.
I was a chirper. I chirped.
Chirp.
If
Explain to our
but if
audience what
anybody
chirping
went
means.
after Andrea or any of us,
She was
Amy
always looking
there.
for a fight.
That's not true. She's protective.
She
Very-
was
We were
always
looking for a fight.
She
was
would
like-
protect us. Yeah.
Yeah.
So what's an example of Andrea not having street smarts?
Oh, so many.
Oh.
Oh,
Yeah,
we don't
this
have
is-
enough time, I don't think.
We're already in 6 episodes. This is a whole season in itself. I don't even know what we're
Jesus
doing. I'm
Christ.
fascinating here.
just
This is the whole
like-
season. So the whole
This
season
is just
called
for
Naked
your
and
liking.
Dernisky.
You've been
Yes.
wanting to know this information. You've been asking the wrong
Yeah.
people that
What?
don't actually
Okay.
know me.
Ladies
and
and
now you
gentlemen
got
of
'em.
America, if you in
And
your
Canada.
in your early 40s meet a woman who is a dentist, smart, valedictorian style, bombshell, and has the most precise hands in the world in dentistry, you would have a lot of questions, wouldn't you? You'd be like, how'd you
I
get
don't
here?
think anyone cares.
Yeah.
I would want to
What-
know. Yeah.
You have thousands of followers on Instagram and people who are jealous of me because I'm with you and everybody wants to
Okay.
know. That's
Well,
the
I'm
number one
happy to
question we
share.
get.
I'm
Who
an open
is
book.
this woman?
I'm an
How did
open
she
book,
get here?
and I'm happy to share. So this works out nicely.
Well, now the audience needs to know. So
Okay.
let's talk about going around with the dumbest, smartest person you know.
Okay. She's also very impulsive. So like she's also, and she does things to get like a reaction. So if I said, "Hey, why don't you do this?" She'd be like, "Okay," and then do it. Like told her,
Oh,
"Why don't you
she's-
steal that bike?" And she proceeded to steal a bike outside of Starbucks from a little kid. He wasn't on it at the
no,
time.
I remember
Oh.
this. I remember this.
She was riding it
Whoa.
around the parking lot, and the
Whoa.
kid was chasing her, and
Whoa.
she was like
She gave it
toying
back.
with him.
She
didn't.
gave it
No,
back.
she gave it back.
She gave it back. But she
She
just
gave
for
it
the
back.
whole.
She gave it back. Oh, it's
just
still
for
a
the
deal. Oh, she gave it
But it
back.
was all for
But
like
no,
that
she
shock
Steal
and
it
awe.
sell it on eBay. Oh, she gave it
It's
back.
all
Oh,
for the
that's nice.
reaction.
Yeah.
Whoa.
I don't know what it
whoa,
was in
whoa,
me,
whoa.
but I really
Yeah.
enjoyed.
Or I
that
said,
shock
I'll
and
give you-
enjoyed
awe.
shocking people.
Yeah, the shock and awe.
Shock and awe.
You enjoy torturing a little kid.
I was
She
playing.
was just riding around.
I was gonna give it back. I guess I knew in my head that
Yeah.
this was like a short term situation.
Do you think that child's in therapy today?
No.
And they're like, sir, why do you have such an attachment to your bicycle? I'm like, well, one time this woman outside of Starbucks
How old was
grabbed
I?
it.
I don't even remember
I
this.
was like grade 10.
Oh, that's
yeah,
not
like,
old
I'm-
enough.
So
to,
you were
like-
giving her challenges.
Oh,
Yeah, and she
many,
always accepted,
in
like-
all realms, whether it was like beer bong. Remember, you used to make money off me.
Oh yeah, because
Beer
I don't know.
bong?
I don't know how
what
this
the hell is beer bong?
this little
Sean, you
person
heard
can
that,
drink
right?
like
Say
that.
that again.
That's
I'm pretty sure she
American.
said beer bong. What is beer bong? Is that
Yeah.
where what?
Yeah,
beer
you
bong?
Like when you go upside down and
That's
you
so
use the beer
American.
bottle, you put the
And you
beer in
funnel
it.
it
like
up
a
to like.
down,
Yeah.
you know,
You just
put
open
it,
up
you
and
open
then-
a can, you put it in the funnel, and then you just take it like.
Ugh.
She doesn't really need to swallow it. Just
Go.
beer
Oh,
just goes right
you
down.
did beer bongs?
She made money off of my ability to do this. 'Cause I didn't look like I could be the person that
You
could
don't
do
look
so
like
you bet
you're
people.
102 pounds. How do you beer? Where did the beer go?
all the way through.
all the way through.
Really?
She's impressive.
Yes.
Wait, this was in high school?
No, once
no.
you turn 19.
No,
Once
we
you
were
turn
19. We were 19.
Well, once their life
used
of
to
crime and bicycle stealing started, drinking beer after that is not so much bad. Once they're already stealing things from children,
Because the drinking age
drinking
in
beer,
Canada is 19.
drinking beer with a bong is not great. I've never heard that term beer bong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bong to me refers to
Pull up a picture
Oh,
of
the
it.
funny herb,
Yeah.
or beer pong, which is a game played
Yes.
with a.
That's a good game.
Like,
That
that's a
wasn't
combination.
That wasn't out
popular.
back then.
Never heard that
Like
one
beer
before.
bonging
Beer
was
bong.
more
Yeah.
like
Thing.
I think more.
Or the
arty.
chugging contest too. Like
Yeah.
you just
I
chug
could-
it.
Or do you know how to do a shotgun?
Oh,
You've heard of a
yes,
shotgun
we've
game.
done
Yeah,
it.
we've done
shotguns,
that.
yeah.
We've done that. Okay, so
I find that harder.
half
Yeah, I agree.
softball, half egg salad, half valedictorian,
It's too many halves.
half just doing challenges.
Oh, like I said to her, we were at a baseball tournament, and we were in Earl's, which is like a it's a nice restaurant. Our whole team was there, so our team was sitting at one table, and all our parents were sitting, not like right beside us, but like close enough. And so I said to Andrea, we used to watch Austin Powers like religiously, and she did a very good Austin Powers impression.
Oh, okay.
So I said to her, I'll give you $5 if you get up on the table and do your Austin Powers impression.
On all fours.
I'll give
no,
you
first.
$5 if you get on the table.
We started pushing things away, clearing the path, and she goes, okay. Like she doesn't hesitate. And then,
Like there's no
Like, yeah.
no embarrassment.
Accepts the challenge.
Yeah.
yeah.
She accepts 0 things that I ask for, okay? I'm like,
you're
can
not
you take out the
asking the right
garbage?
thing.
No. Can we do this? No. Can we go here?
I've
No.
matured. I've matured.
I would
I
like the
lead
version
with
of you
no
that said
now.
yes to everything.
I lead with no now, and then I
Oh,
down
yeah.
my way
That's
back.
good.
actually
That's growth.
I
That
think
is growth.
That's
growth.
leading with no. Leading with no is a terrible way to have a relationship. I like the challenge. I'd be like, hey, give me $5 and we do.
Sorry, I can
Okay.
hear you. Yeah. Hot mic. Hot mic.
So
I
she
think
gets
it's-
up on the table,
Yes.
all fours,
Oh God.
arches her back.
Oh no.
Because that's what you do. And then in her British
Can you do
Mike
it?
Myers
Can you do it?
accent,
I don't think I can even do it
she
anymore.
says,
Do I make you horny, baby? Do I?
She turned it.
Deb sprints from
mom.
across.
Deb being Andrea's mom.
Yeah, sprints from across the restaurant because she sees her on all fours on a table in a very busy restaurant. Sprints across and like rips
me.
her off the table, and the
I was
rest
twice
like
her size too.
oh yeah, but
Yeah.
And this is a nicer restaurant.
And what
too.
age are we at when this went
we
down?
were like 16, I think 15, 16.
At 16, my wife gets on all fours on a table, looks at 40 parents,
No, she did it for our team. She did it for us.
and say the phrase one more time.
I can't. I'm gonna do it again. But
Yeah,
it's do I
very
make
good.
you horny, baby? Do I? Like, and it was like with a growl.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
With an arch back.
and an arch
Wow.
back.
I've been asking for role playing for years. We have nothing in this marriage. Nothing. Nothing.
Is that your fantasy?
Yeah, now it is. Now it is. I fuck Mike Myers. Oh yeah, female version of him? Absolutely.
Okay.
Shaggity shag.
Well, you already married her, so
Yeah,
there you
Yeah, I
go.
don't get this version. So no impulse control /
Yeah.
will do anything.
Yeah.
Buckle, tell me a
Up
story
for anything.
about
Up for
anything.
some
Oh my gosh.
wild Dernisky times.
But we did a.
Oh no, I know where we both went, and you cannot say that. That we can't do.
We'll be the judge. We'll edit it out if it's improv. If it's not.
No.
Yeah, we'll edit it.
No.
Sean, I will. You can trust us. Yeah, no. There's a whole post production team here. Yeah. Oh no, she's good. It's got to come. Yeah, fuck, it's right there.
Do I do it?
Yeah,
No.
100% you do it.
No.
We'll edit it out if it's bad. Yeah, no. You already stole a bite from a
If my mom
child
listens
and
to
do
this
out
too.
there age drinking. How much worse could it get?
No, we were 19. Nobody said
Yeah,
underage.
in
No one
America
said-
you have to be 21.
But in
But we were in
Canada,
Canada.
you're 19.
Yeah, well, still here it was illegal.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, we did a lot.
We
of
did a lot
things.
more than that.
Yeah, well, that's
We
here.
were curious.
Yes, we were curious.
Well, now you're just leading us down a path.
Do I tell it?
Yeah.
He can.
We
They
can
can
edit
Okay,
always
we
get
can
it
always
out.
edit it. My parents had a minivan.
No, oh, this one?
Love minivans. I knew I loved Buckle. Go see episode 2 where David talks about minivans. Thank you.
I don't even know if I can get it out.
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
No, we'll be here all day. We are now not
We have a
leaving.
flight to catch.
Yeah, we'll miss that. We'll
Is it
fly
the-
you in the mediocre dentist private jet.
We'd sleep in the minivan in a forest.
Camping. We call that camping.
I feel like the story's missing some details. Yeah. Okay, so I have a
Co-ed.
minivan.
Can't.
Co-ed.
Yeah, so we had some friends in the minivan. I think there were 6 of us, 3 boys, 3 girls.
Was there an orgy? Was there an orgy in the minivan?
In the most
It's
tame
just-
way
yeah, very
possible.
Like
tame.
a very tame, very
Testing out some things.
getting
Oh.
to be familiar.
Familiar, yeah.
Doctor.
We played doctor in the
Oh.
minivan.
In the minivan. How old are we in this minivan?
17?
Wow, I've never heard this story. This is new for me. This could impact our marriage. Okay.
It was very PG.
It was very
It was
PG,
very
yes.
PG.
But it's just like when we
Nothing
think
about
it,
this sounds
I
PG.
understand
yeah,
that.
but when
You're right,
we
it
think
doesn't.
That's the
In a
part that's
van,
most
in the
In a
woods.
van.
Down by the river.
In a forest, down
In
by
a forest.
the river, with no clothes
on a dead
on.
end. No, we had
There's
clothes
no
on.
in the hood.
Parts
In the
came
hood.
out just to try. We were just like testing.
For the
Again,
record, I was
doctor.
not there.
Nor I. That's a
Never heard
Tanana
about
thing.
this
I
before.
think.
It was not.
It was
like,
so
actually just thinking
tame.
back, it's
I
like
was
it was
such a
why did we
freeze.
do that? Yes.
Please,
we
Such a
everyone.
freak.
I was a freeze.
freeze.
Did she say she's
No,
such a
she was a
freak?
freeze.
I was a freeze. Everyone dumped me because I
Freeze.
didn't. I was
Frigid,
frigid.
like,
She didn't. Yeah.
I
it
didn't
wasn't-
put out.
But we just did some
I
weird
think
stuff. We
if
just-
you're in a van by the river with 3 men, you put out.
No.
But you're not from Surrey.
Yeah.
Okay. Are we getting any more
My
details
feet
of
are
the story?
I am literally.
Comfortable
Me
in
too.
just about
All right,
every
well,
part
I
of
don't
my
know what to do
body.
with that information.
I think we can
All right,
edit
Gabby,
it
what do you
out.
got?
We
You
can
have a
edit it
story
out.
for us on the impulse or lack thereof, smartest, dumbest woman we know?
Like you want a specific story or just en general?
I'll take
I
specifics.
think it was nice.
Our
that
audience wants specifics.
Our audience wants specifics. Come back to me in 2 minutes.
I will say one thing we like to do is drive around and listen to old school
Oh.
Yes.
hip hop
Oh, I have
and,
one
and
now.
Deb's car and run
yes.
stop signs.
And run stop signs. We would
So I
drive
have
But
that
we'd
on
always
my
looked.
list
We would do
to
it.
talk about. So
Yeah.
we talk. Are we done? Well, Valerie Turner. Now we're talking about no impulse control. She'll do it. She'll put it. Was there anything that you could say that she wouldn't do?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Not
exactly.
her.
Exactly.
Not really.
She ran. And now,
Not
and how
really.
did that shape the woman that we know now? Like,
I don't know. I
has she
think you'd
gone
have
full circle? Like she doesn't
She's
accept
a lot
anything.
more fun.
Now she leads.
You're
Is that why
fun,
she
you're
leads
fun.
with
No, but
no?
I think she's
Lighthearted.
not scared though to try
Yeah.
things. Like
Yeah.
it's like
There
I
we
feel,
go.
I feel
She
like
kind of is.
no, but I think like, she thinks about it. But I really do like feel like you would try
I'm
anything.
open
if
for
you're
a lot
open,
of
yeah.
things. I
Yeah.
am willing to
I
step
call
outside.
bullshit.
Bullshit, 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 bullshit.
But how
Because
so?
I have asked for thousands of things, and we don't get them at all. In fact, we lead with no.
Oh.
So,
I-
but now I understand why you lead with no.
Maybe
Okay,
you know what?
For our listening audience, because remember, this is a dental podcast, I get early access to the iTero. So every time we have a new iTero, Element 2, 5D, 5D Plus, now the Lumina, I always get early access to it because I'm part of the testers. I bring those iTeros to our office, which is no feat of magic.
Yes.
Thousands of dentists want the technology.
Yes.
I bring early technology to our office, and then I have my wife, my partner, my tester try it out. And every time I bring everything, she goes, well, this is a piece of shit.
I
Well,
think
this is a
that's
fucking terrible idea.
I
I invented an
dental
IPR
industry
system.
makes
Hey,
bad-
all my
bad
listeners out there, I invented an IPR
Exactly.
system. I
And
know
I
it doesn't
do
mean
think
anything
it's
to
good
you,
to be critical
but
and not
I
just a yes
invented an
person.
IPR system that has changed the world. Changed the world. I
Thank
had
you.
my bride test it. She's like, this is the biggest piece of shit I've ever seen.
Okay,
Yeah.
I lead with that, but then I start to actually feel bad about it, and then I start to really investigate into it, and I figure out the things that are both good and bad. And I think that our friends appreciate that I don't just like sing your
Accept, yeah,
yeah.
praises and accept it.
I
think
get
that there's something.
I get that.
You should
But
invent
it's
one of your
interesting
own.
how I now have a. Well, I didn't miss that. What?
I said she should invent some of her own.
I'm down. You think I don't want to be the
I don't
sugar
wanna
daddy
be
forever?
Oh.
Yeah. I understand though now why she leads with no. All those years of you
Of
making
saying
her
yes.
doing
Okay.
terrible things.
I did not make. I suggested.
Yeah, all those.
In
A lot of
supply.
things.
She supplied
Yes.
the gear. She,
Yes.
All those
she
terrible
encouraged us to steal the
suggestions
car.
are part of the making of
Yeah.
Dernisky lead with no. Interesting.
Ken,
All right, last
yeah.
last thing I want to talk about is obviously we go out in public and it's hard on me because I could pass for 65 and she could pass for 25, and when we're together, people are like, "What's she doing with him? How is that working?" Svetlana's of the world on it, and we know that some women just today aren't into washboard abs and stuff. Although I'm working on it, some women are just into guys who have money. So.
But that
What up? What up? That is our intro.
I've known this girl for the
Let's talk about her looks.
over 30 years.
Yeah,
no,
let's
no,
talk
no,
about
but
how her looks
no,
have
give it-
changed.
no,
Finish
but
your
this is I think like
core.
fundamental to
Core.
who she is. She has always needed somebody that would challenge her and that would make her better. She's made some bad decisions before, as we all have,
Yeah,
as
what
we
we
all
do,
have.
yeah.
Like the stealing the bicycle.
Yeah, yeah, but like when you think about, you know, a partner or somebody that you want to share things with, but with you, I have never seen her happier or more herself.
Yeah,
Thank you, Amy.
Yeah.
It's beautiful to say.
I was saying the
Alright,
same.
great.
like,
It's true,
It
like,
is
she's-
very true. Like even spending
Yeah.
the time with you this weekend, it's the first time I've met you. It's like I could cry because it's like she seems happy, and it's like, you know, you guys are really good together.
We are.
Sorry.
No,
Yeah,
you are, and she's completely herself.
Yeah.
And to see one of the people you love the most just authentically be them and be proud,
And have missed that person.
and you
for
bring
so
that
long.
out in her because
do,
you're
yeah.
you,
You
yeah,
accept
you're
her.
just such a good partnership. And yes, she's stunningly
Yes.
beautiful.
And,
And
funny
talented.
and talented and
Yeah.
smart and
It's easy to
She,
be
she has it
self-confident.
all,
Yeah. Yeah.
but you.
But she
also,
chose you, bro.
Yeah, she did, and
I kinda
and I
feel
can see
like
why.
I
Won the lottery.
encanted her. Oh, won the lottery? Are you kidding me? Won the lottery? I won the lottery of
Played the
lotteries.
scheme. Played the scheme.
It's like Powerball, Mega Millions, and Keno all had a lottery together
Yeah.
and picked one, and I pulled the winning ticket. No idea. Luckiest man in the world.
Yes.
Everybody knows it.
Yeah.
On it, but I appreciate that.
And now a word from this episode's sponsor. I know we swore we would not have sponsors, but the money was too good and we sold out.
This episode is sponsored by Sprint Ray. Who is Sprint Ray?
They
Sprint Ray,
3D gods.
they are the leaders in 3D printing.
Are they ever?
I mean, if
They're in my clinics, yeah.
we have 2 of them. If you still have alginate in your office, I mean, you got to stop.
Yeah.
You got to stop. It's 2025.
Yeah.
You can't have alginate in your office in 2025.
Yeah.
If this means something to you,
What if people cannot see what you're doing right now?
what am I doing?
He
I'm a
is-
universal symbol.
He is baking up some alginate. He is mixing it up.
If you have alginate in your office, if you have a model trimmer, 1988 is calling and they want you back.
They want their dentistry back. Absolutely.
You have
Welcome
to
to the
get a
future.
3D printer. It's
Yes.
not as scary. You could just make models on it. You don't have to make like an all-on-4 custom abutment. You could just make models. We started out with just making models, and it worked great. Now we're upgraded to making occlusal night guards. Now you're making
Make
surgical
temporaries.
splits, making temporaries.
Sky's the limit.
3D printing, Sprint Ray. You should get to it. You can find out more on the Sprint Ray on the AACA website, the Mediocre Dentist website, or follow this link that Sean provided.
How we sold out, well, we sold out.
Listen, she wasn't even my first choice for this podcast.
I know, I heard that.
Sean was my first choice. Sean, he's too busy. He's too busy on the comedy circuit. Edwin was my second choice. The dude in Atlanta was my third choice.
She was 4?
I wasn't even.
Bowden was
One
my
day
fourth
I
choice.
remember the phone call.
Chelsea was my fourth choice. Chelsea's associate was my fourth choice. They all said no. I was like, babe, this thing's got to start.
You made it seem like I was your first choice, though. So this is all like.
That's not true.
You
You're
called
such a
me and you're like,
liar.
I don't even know
You're
why I
such
got
a
it.
liar. We were going through choices, and she was like, I just want to be clear. The person that you pick is really important because it's going to be your podcast partner. So I just want to give you some parameters. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. She's like, can't be female, can't be blonde.
Yeah.
That was her
fair.
two. She's like, if she was female, minimum 300 pounds. 300 to 400.
I don't care about any of that, but I was, no, I don't want you, no, because we don't spend every day, we don't live in the same home all the time, so
Well, you keep
being
changing high
in-
school, so
Oh,
I was
So now
supposed
you
to-
get it.
Yeah, and now I understand why we can't live in the same home every day. Yeah, you didn't spend more than 300 days in one high school.
You just gotta go.
Yeah.
No, you did. Yeah.
Everything,
got mountains to
history just
conquer.
repeats itself if you don't pay attention. I'm like, we have homes.
Look out.
We have homes we don't even know about. We just
Homes in
buy homes
different
and we move
areas.
out of them. Now I understand why we do that. I thought it was just.
Different
got
area
homes.
codes. He's
got
got
homes.
homes in different
Different
area
area
codes.
codes.
Area codes.
Area. No.
He's got homes. Oh wait, can we call the bullshit button on something?
Yeah.
Okay.
Go ahead, hit
You're
it.
gonna hit it.
Bye.
yeah, no, do it. Bullshit.
Bullshit, 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 bullshit.
I call bullshit on Andrea being the most beautiful person in the human world, but I think you see Andrea as the most beautiful,
Yes, yeah.
like dynamic. Like this is like that's what Amy sees when she talks about it.
Yeah.
So I think it's going to be hard for you to like bring those two worlds together, where not everybody feels in that intense way. That
Oh, you think
feel.
this is like that Shallow Hal, where like I just see her as the most beautiful person in the
No,
world,
no,
but
no,
everyone
no.
else doesn't?
No, I think
No.
she is beautiful. I think that yesterday
She
you brought
is
up a point where the guy's like,
perfect.
But
We
you,
didn't-
she's
yes,
saying
yeah.
that you come from a position of you have
You have
eyes
Andrea
only for
eyes,
me.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had eyes only for her from the first moment I
Yeah.
met her, not once I got to know her.
That's right.
Before she even spoke, even if she was a deaf mute, we'd still be
Sure,
married.
but maybe she wouldn't still be around. You know?
Why wouldn't she be around?
Because maybe if she had no personality and Svetlana's, like if she was a Svetlana, it wouldn't be the same magic.
Yeah.
Deaf
You
mute,
have
we're
magic.
still married.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a little quieter in the house. I learned sign language.
A lot
But we're still
quieter.
married. Yeah. All right, we got to end this episode. Last little part, we'll go around the room. Tell us something that something from her childhood, your best friends. What made this bombshell dentist extraordinaire the opposite of mediocre that we see today?
There's so many things. I think she just.
Give us a story that impacts her. You're like, this story tells us a lot about who she is.
That's the thing. It's really hard for me to put it into one thing because I think she's just when she's when she just has stayed true to herself, because she's always been amazing. She's always been the most brilliant person in the room, and I think when she stays true to that, she just, like, this is what you get.
Would you
And
say
it's
the
incredible.
Would you say the 44-year-old version of her? Remember, when she's 44, not 25. Would you say the 44-year-old version of her is the best you've ever seen?
Yeah.
Would she steal a bicycle at this age?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
probably.
Yes, sir, she
I would
would.
have done it last night.
I think,
And
honestly,
then
I
she'd
think
buy
I
the
could
kid
still
an
get her
ice
to do
cream.
it.
Yeah.
Well, based on the shenanigans last night, Sean, show the picture from.
No
show the
pictures
from
from last
the
night.
link. From the link.
Oh, okay.
From the link with the alien.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah.
Show the
She would
picture,
do
Sean.
everything.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
We would say the 44-year-old version of her is the best you've ever seen.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Everything.
And
Full
it's only
package.
getting better.
Everything.
All
And I
package.
think because I've found my comforts too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like a lot of what I was like dabbling through, the like trying to be the show off or trying to get, those were signs of insecurities that I had and I was
Yeah. projecting.
Yep.
And now I can hone in on those things and I can still bring some life of the party bits, but I'm also an introvert and I'm okay with all the different parts of
you.
me.
Yeah.
And I think now you get to see a person who just really is comfortable with themselves.
Yeah.
And I think that takes
beautiful.
decades to
If you're
get
lucky.
to if you're lucky. And I do
yeah.
feel grateful for that. And this weekend in particular, getting to actually see and remember all the little bits of myself and of these three ladies and getting to bring it into present day. I don't get to see these girls often, but it was like we didn't miss a beat. It is a real fucking friendship. I've known you for like
40 years.
pretty much 40
40
years.
years.
And it's like
Crazy.
and it couldn't have been a more special weekend for me. I will never forget the feelings in my heart, and I know that this is a lifelong friendship, and I am grateful for it.
Amen. That's
She may
beautiful.
be a mediocre dentist, but she's a damn good friend. And a pretty good human too.
I like that. I like that. All right, Buckle, final comments. Give us a story, something that shaped this perfect town that we see today.
I'm gonna tell you a story about something that wasn't perfect.
Okay, yes.
Okay. I like
So-
this.
We had the orgy story.
Okay.
In the minivan. Now
So
let's
I
hear
want to
some
say
other
we're
stuff.
in grade 10.
Yeah.
My brother just broke up with her. Like, you know what? You're a horrible girlfriend. You just spent time with my sister.
Yeah.
We're in my room, and she says, I used to have really bushy eyebrows.
Oh!
And she says to me, I'm going to fix that for you. She pins me down on the bed, grabs some tweezers, and goes to town on my eyebrows.
She eyebrow raped you.
Oh,
She eyebrow raped
She did.
you.
She
wow.
did.
It was awful.
and
It was worse
so
than that.
so
Eyebrow
bad,
rape. That's not
so
something you hear
bad,
very often.
Listen.
I think it is in the penal code though. I have seen that.
so
Eyebrow
bad,
rape.
so
Wow.
bad that a woman stopped me in the mall, and she goes, "Oh dear, you need to grow that back."
Wow, I have a similar story because a lot of times I'll just be
Oh,
minding my own
okay.
business at home and my wife will jump on me, pin me down, and I'm like, oh, this is the best. And then instead of having
pops a
frisky
pimple? She
time,
pops
no,
a pimple?
she will
Oh, pull a hair,
pinch
yeah.
parts of my face, pimping pimples off, causing tremendous
Yes, she
scarring.
loves to
Baby,
do
that's
that. She
love.
loves to do
And
that.
I'll be like, please, baby, don't do this. She'll be like, shut the fuck
Yeah.
up.
Just
Take
take
like a
it,
man.
take it.
So
Yeah,
take
yeah.
like a
I
man.
think we
I'm
all
like,
do that, actually.
Every woman does this.
and I'm like, baby, it really hurts. I'm
Yeah.
crying. She's like, it's good for you.
Yes.
It is not good for
Let
me.
it happen.
I always
Let it
scar whenever she
happen.
does that. Okay? Okay? It's terrible to do that. Nobody should do that too. But now I see what they're making. That is an amazing.
And now I've
story.
spent
God,
$1,500
Michael,
on
I
my
know,
eyebrows,
Michael.
so that I
Yeah.
now have eyebrows again.
Your eyebrow raping at 15
Yeah.
is my pimple raping at 47. Yeah. Yeah, she pimple rapes me. Yeah, I don't like it at all.
I think that's where
I don't like it. What am I going to do though? She's a perfect
You
10.
can't,
What do I
exactly.
say?
You let her do
can't
it.
take it. You just sit
I
back
let her
and
do
take
it.
it.
If
Yeah.
you're a 7 and you're married to a 10, you have to take some pimple rape. That's what happens.
Is that what she told you?
She told me I'm a 7.
There's people you can
She
talk to.
told me I'm
She's
Get
a
you
7.
out of this. We can get you out
She
of this.
said, just want you to know you're a 7. You're lucky to be here. So, yeah.
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 So
I have
now
a
I
good
think
personality.
she's
I'm
crafting
funny
her
though, so
perfection.
I get a point for being funny. That gives me an 8.
She did tell
Some
me
people say
that.
I'm the goat. That
She
gives
did
me
tell
an
me
eight.
when
we
she
go
was a
again.
doctor, though, that she'd get me hair implants.
Oh,
Because she
good
felt
Lord.
really bad
I
for my eyebrows.
She did it out of love.
Yeah, she
She
tried.
eyebrow
She
raped
tried.
you out
I
of love.
tried. I was
There
doing
is a
the right
picture of the
thing.
two of us, and we both had the same eyebrows.
Very
So she
bad,
did it to
so I
herself
did.
too.
I did.
It was.
And we're both.
I have the
It was.
picture.
It was
Going
6
to
years into our relationship when I realized that my wife's eyebrows are painted in.
Really?
Yeah.
He has no
I had no
idea.
idea.
Yeah.
No idea.
We
But
had,
I
she
was
has a
always-
face tattoo.
I was always wondering
That's
why she
hardcore.
woke
That's
up
ghetto.
45 minutes before me. And now I know. She had to paint on her eyebrows, which is funny because I paint on my nose. That was funny in my head. Gabby.
Your wife is the only woman. That's not true. There's two of them at this table. Your wife is the only person I've stolen a car with, and I'm the only person she's punched.
You're waiting to the last minute of
That's
this
right.
podcast
That's right.
to tell us that my wife stole a car?
With obviously this one right here.
No.
What?
Yes, and guess whose idea
I was
it
not there.
Do you know what the statute of limitations on auto theft is in
It
Surrey?
was her mother's
Sean,
car.
what's the statute of limitations on auto theft in Surrey, British Columbia? Holy shit, that's a bombshell, Gabby. Way to blow up the podcast. This is going to be called the Mediocre Dentist. It's going to be me. I'll be like, my wife is doing time.
That's right.
It was
Whoa.
her mother's car, and we've atoned
Your
our
mother,
sins.
the one who took you in
Yeah.
and gave you a job during your hard times?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's how you repay her love?
We wanted to go pick up her cousin. I think she was
You
like.
stole a car?
Well, we took
You
it.
stole
Oh my God,
it's,
stop
It's not even a car, it's a truck. It's a truck
No,
that
no,
she
it
has
was
a whole
it
business.
wasn't the
Bonneville.
Bonneville. Was it an
It was
older?
the
Was it the Bonneville?
It was the
It
Bonneville,
Golden
yeah, it was
Nugget.
the Bonneville.
It was the
Nugget.
Golden Nugget.
And the
No.
Bonneville.
And the
was the
Bonneville later,
Bonneville.
but the Golden Nugget.
Your mom had a car called the Golden Nugget?
Did it have hydraulics?
No.
I wish.
I think that was my car. Okay.
Talk to me about the theft of the Golden Nugget.
Oh my God.
Oh, these girls would come and pick me up. Is how it started, and we're like, we're doing this. So we used to drive with gas. I used to drive with gas. One
Oh,
foot for
do they
gas,
have a
one
driver's
foot for-
license?
No, we were 14. We were 14.
Sean, this is
We
taking a
cannot use
turn.
this.
These are bad.
14 years old?
It's been,
There wasn't a lot to do in the early 90s, or.
we didn't
when
have
you
the
lived in a
internet. We
didn't
didn't
have
have
internet.
social media.
We had Nintendo, we had a VCR. What's it
So
like
we
you lived with a
stole
horse?
cars? Oh my God.
You stole a car.
Yeah.
Is this because people started telling about you stealing bicycles?
No,
And you're like,
the
we're,
natural
see, that's how it
progression.
goes.
Adrenaline.
First-
we didn't get that
first-
adrenaline.
First you're on speed walking, and you're like, fuck this shit. Then we're gonna go
Speed
like,
walking.
let's steal a bicycle. Then you're like, fuck this shit.
Yeah.
And then you're, so what do they call it when like you do weed and the next thing you know you're on
It's a
heroin?
gateway.
Yeah.
Gateway. Yeah, your speed walking was the gateway, Gabby. You caused all this.
I'm
She's
a
like,
follower
"We
to
gotta go."
these
Wow,
two.
you stole a car. Did you hotwire it?
No,
we
we took the
didn't.
keys.
Because
Who drove?
Donna would be in the truck. So we would-
Everybody.
Everyone.
You
did.
drove a car through the mean streets of Surrey.
That's right.
What music was playing?
128.
Oh,
Any sort of
gangster.
90s.
90s
hip-hop.
hip
Always
hop.
90s hip hop.
Or 90s R&B.
Everything that you
sad.
listened
Yeah.
to last night, that
Yeah.
we were
All right.
gyrating.
We'll end with this, ladies and gentlemen. These four very, very white Canadian.
I'm Croatian. I call assault to this.
Where were you born?
I was born in Surrey, but my
Yeah,
parents.
Canada. Very four white Canadian moms, respectable jobs in schools, respectable jobs in this community, fancy themselves gangsters.
Yeah.
Fancy themselves gangsters. I got a preview of this. Now, gangsters, hot wiring cars, they don't carry switchblades. No. They
We had our pagers. We had our
Yeah,
pagers.
Pagers.
Just in case.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
how they
911.
fancy themselves gangsters is their ability to rap.
Oh.
Oh.
Like
Is this a challenge?
gangsta, tough people. Hands in the air,
Easy.
holding a 40,
Mm,
lifting like they're packing heat.
A little too
I
short.
got a sense of this last
Easy.
night as we were rolling through the mean streets of Vegas
Yeah.
in
probably.
our little night
We
out
felt at
on the
home.
town.
Yeah.
And we saw it. So ladies, you have one chance now
No.
to try and convince the North America audience
We
that
have to
you
be
four
regulators.
whitish women who grew up in stable homeless.
Say white.
Well, she said she's Croatian. I don't
I'm
wanna insult the
100%
club.
Croatian.
Yeah,
My blood.
there
My
might be a
soul.
couple
I like
listeners
it.
from
I like
Croatia.
it.
I don't want to insult them.
I like it.
You have one chance to impress us with one song that you will sing
Oh,
together.
good lord.
I know it.
Gangsta, 90s, Easy-E.
Regulators!
Mount
Mount
up.
up.
It was a clear black night, a clear white moon. Warren G was on the streets,
This is
trying to
gonna get
consume.
us This is gonna
from
get
the
us
east.
Yeah.
So I can get some
Rolling around my head. Yeah, this is so
Just hit the east side on the LBC on a mission trying to find Mr. Warren G. In a car full of girls, they don't need to tweak. On these skirts from the left, on 213.
I hit
Hooks
the
the
left.
left on 2-1 and Lewis. I'm probably shooting this.
I
Said, let's do this.
Bang, bitch!
bitch.
Is that how it's sung? No.
No.
Sean, I want you to reference us a 90s rap song. Okay? You're gonna dig in.
Stop
You're gonna,
laughing
Sean,
first.
Sean has some music knowledge. Sean knows music. He's gonna give us a line in a popular rap
Oh.
song from the 90s.
Okay.
He's gonna feed us one line,
Okay.
and we're gonna see if you women can finish that verse/song, how long you can go, and based on that, I will determine whether you are true gangstas or just softball playing women who change high schools.
Okay. You should
Okay.
almost, you could play it and then
Okay.
stop it.
Yeah. Well, we can't play because we don't have the rights to it.
Okay. That's
Okay.
I'll just give you a top 90s rap group song.
Yeah. Well, give us a verse because I want them to see if they can know the song.
This should be easy. Thuggish, ruggish,
Well,
Is the thuggish ruggish bone? Is the thuggish ruggish bone?
you think we don't know Bone Thugs and Harmony?
Yeah. Is the
The first of the month.
Wake up, wake up, wake up. It's the first of the month.
Keep it coming. Keep it
Get up,
coming.
get your checks and get up.
Wake up, wake up, wake up.
It's the first of the month.
Get
I'll see you at the crossroads.
Get up, get up.
Oh, Crossroads. Oh.
I'll do one. Driving down in my.
Down.
That's the most popular
Rolling
song.
with my homies.
No.
That's clueless.
Easy Snoop Dogg's #1, straight out of Compton, the song that made them famous.
Rolling down the street,
Driving
smoking
down.
Indos.
Sipping on gin and juice.
Laid back with my mind on my money and my money on my mind.
Mediocre
Gangsters,
rappers. Mediocre gangster.
mediocre gangsters, mediocre white women. 40 years of best friends here. A thing of beauty for all of our dentists out there. If you can find your childhood best friends and get back to them for one magical weekend, I would highly recommend it. Because watching these 4 women over this weekend brought all sorts of joy and happiness to my life. And I thought the perfect way to end season 1, which was all supposed to be a tax deduction, and instead has changed into a huge, huge podcast that makes people happy. And if everyone's listening out there, find your best friends, hug them,
Absolutely.
keep them
Cherish
tight,
'em.
keep them close. Remember all the times, all the good times, all the bad times, all the crimes you committed.
We're
And have a
now,
great weekend,
we're
too.
now in the service industry.
On behalf of all the people here at the Mediocre Dentist, our entire staff, our producer Sean, our director Sean, our technical advisor Sean,
Sean.
our site construction Sean, our
fact
comedic
checker,
Sean, fact checker Sean,
Rap lyric finding.
Yeah.
Brian, our construction crew, timer Sean, color graphic Sean. And that concludes season 1 of The Mediocre Dentist. And I just want to tell all of our wonderful fans and listeners out there that if it's a Monday, you're going to work, it's a Friday, after work, it's a Wednesday night with your hygienist, just gave notice even though you did her mom's implant for free.
Very specific.
That I'm mediocre, you're mediocre, Andrea's mediocre, and that's not that bad. Thank you very much. We'll see you in season 2. Have a great summer vacation. All right.
That was like 5 hours.
David,
Did we
this
miss our
means
5
I know.
Yeah.
We got. I think we gotta go.
The mediocre dentist, the mediocre dentist. 'Cause sometimes you just feel mediocre. The mediocre dentist, the mediocre dentist. I am mediocre, you are mediocre, and that's not that bad.